Call the regular meeting of the Milliken Town Board, Wednesday, March 11th, 2020, to order. Please rise for Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Town Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes, sir. Trustee Wakeman?
Here.
Trustee Trailer?
Here.
Trustee Burek?
Here.
Trustee Ehrlich?
Here.
Trustee Smith?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Austin?
Here.
Mayor Woodcock?
Here. Agenda approval. Do I have any additions or deletions?
We need to move the award presentation 6A to March 25th.
25th, please.
Okay.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Minutes of the previous meeting. Do we have anything that we have to do?
I looked at them, they look fine to me.
No changes? Nothing?
What about the citizens' comments? You forgot.
Move to approve
Oh,
the,
I skipped it, my
We
bad.
skipped that, yeah.
I'll go right back to it.
Okay.
Just approve it though.
yeah, move to approve the meeting minutes of February 26, 2020.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Go back to one I jumped. Citizens' comments. Do we have any citizens' comments? This is the time for anyone in the public to get up and
Yes.
talk. What's that?
G, yes. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Olivia Peterson. I'm just coming to present. I was nominated to be Student of the Year for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, so I'm actually a senior at Roosevelt High School. I'm very involved here in the community, and I'd love just to present to you guys a little bit about what I've been nominated to be a part of. So, I'm working with LLS, which is the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and I was nominated to be Student of the Year. So pretty much what that looks like is I spend 7-week time span fundraising as much as I can, and I'm competing against other students in Northern Colorado. So there are 9 of us teams, 7 or 9 of us teams that are competing against each other to see who can raise the most money. So LLS, the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, pretty much what they are is all of their research and everything they do, all the money they make goes towards research for blood cancers. And specifically this year for 2020, all the money that they're raising and all the money that I'm raising is going towards research in blood cancers in children. So there's like high percentages of all the research and treatments that have been done to find cures for blood cancers. Most of them have been impacted greatly from the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, which is pretty awesome. And just a fact for you, that every 3 minutes, somebody is diagnosed with a blood cancer. And so the organization that I'm working with right now is making a really big impact and super important because they're so close to finding a cure for cancer. And so I just wanted to share with you guys about that. Over these 7 weeks, so it started February 7th, and I'm continuing till March 26th. So what I've been doing is I've been contacting people that I know, so my old teachers, my friends, my family, everybody I know, asking for donations. Along with that, I have been talking to organizations and businesses, and I've been getting corporate sponsorships. And then also, I've been sharing out on social media, and then I've been planning events. So one of the biggest events that I'm actually doing is this Saturday, I'll be hosting a prom for adults that's going to be held at TRPR MAC, and it's going to be themed 80s, and it's Don't Stop Believing for the Cure. And so that's really exciting because we get to hold something fun for adults that if you guys never went to prom or if you want to go to prom and you never got the chance or you just had so much fun and you want to go to prom again, then you get to go and it's for a good cause. So I'm super excited for that and all the ways that I could raise money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And I actually am doing this because this is what I want to do in my future. So I would love your guys' support if you'd like, and if you guys are interested more, I'd love to tell you more about it. But thank you so much for letting me share.
Thank you very much. Very nice. Good job.
I'd love
Yes,
that
please.
information.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
Yes, please.
I have one already left.
We should.
Yeah.
You must be a tree hugger.
Sure.
Sure. Can we post that on the town's Facebook page?
I'm sorry.
Are we allowed to post that on the town's Facebook page? Community
I got
outreach?
arrested in the last one.
Be community
That I
outreach.
don't know.
Can you ask the attorney?
Yeah.
You know what, Milliken Events will put it on our page.
Do you have one?
Yeah.
MTV music video.
For the town.
You're welcome. Yeah, because you know what, we'll post this on Milliken Events page.
Do you need, does somebody need one?
I just wanted to know, but yeah. I think they got
The breeze as well?
You got two?
one for you already is.
What are you doing with two?
But yes, if you could find out if it would be proper.
Thank you.
I'll have an answer for that tomorrow.
Can you email it to millikenevents@gmail.com?
There's mine. Oh, that's my personal.
Thank you.
Anything else? What are you missing?
Thank you.
I didn't get this one.
There you go.
She definitely must have got a problem.
I never went, so I should try.
There you go.
Take your wife.
We'll be in Texas.
My.
No offense.
Your wife might like it.
She can go dance all she wants. My body disagrees with it.
No, not here.
All right. Do I have any other citizens' comments? Anyone want to get up, say anything? Yeah, you gotta go up to the podium, state your name and address.
Hi, I'm Sabrina Peterson, 1550 Rancher Drive in Milliken. I was just curious, can you please tell me when the stoplight's going to become effective?
That's a great
Please.
question.
And what's the holdup? Because I haven't seen it on social media. I follow.
I've got it in my report in 2 minutes.
Okay, great.
All right.
Thank you.
We'd all like to know.
I do ask that question every morning.
Yeah.
Anyone else? All right, moving on. Town administrators report.
I will start with the street light. The gentleman at CDOT that was in charge of the street light, Larry Haas, has retired from CDOT and has gone into private practice. Other people have taken over. There's lots of discussion back and forth about what the project was. The project was a CDOT project that we were involved with, and we hired a contractor for it. And we had two choices. One was Sturgeon and one was WL. And we hired WL. These are approved CDOT people. They work closely with CDOT all the time. And the gentleman that is the project foreman is confused as to why there's so many problems getting the street light turned on. They did come out and they had a large review of it on Monday. And they feel that the stop markers on the street going east and west, if you were to get a red light, they feel that they're too close to the intersection and should be moved back a couple of feet. And as soon as we get that done, we will be allowed to turn it on. In order to get that done, now we have to get another CDOT road closure permit through CDOT. And we have to get a flagging crew to be able to close the lanes and allow them to work in a lane and drop it down to one lane. So everybody is promising that this will be done by next Thursday.
3 miles.
Hold your breath.
But I'm really hopeful. If it doesn't get to be done by next Thursday, I'll put the guy's phone number on the website so you can call him maybe. So that's the street light
Good
update.
idea.
That usually gets it done pretty quick.
Do that now.
Oh, don't you just know where the switch is?
All right.
Can't you just open some-
And we're really sorry about it, but it's
Turn it on, I guarantee.
beyond everyone's ability to handle it right now. I do have a full list that was sent to me. I've got a full list of all the shareholders on the ditch system, and we are looking at the very eastern part of the ditch. Is called the Hillsborough Extension Irrigation Company. And we are going to have a luncheon for those shareholders on the 31st. So that'll be Tuesday, the 31st of this month, and we're going to discuss the process of what Leonard would like to do on that. He's got kind of a plan to talk to him on that. So that's in the works also. Other than that, I think that's about, we've covered the trash cleanup day. We're still looking at a decision on that. We'll try and get that done by the next board meeting. I will be absent at the next board meeting. I am going to help some folks in the Bahamas try and exercise some fish. So that's my vacation this year. So I'll miss this next meeting, but we'll give you a lot of things on the agenda to take care of. Out of the efforts to try and attract a Works Department manager, I've got 3 really good applications, and we're going to start interviewing those and hopefully try and get that handled by this weekend and make an offer by first part of next week.
Street and facilities manager.
Streets and Facilities Manager. All right.
They're going to manage that stoplight?
Won't that be nice?
Just saying. By the time we get them hired, you know?
We're trying to get things going on the pump system like we talked about, on the recharge well. I need to get back to you on that. We've been trying to get that accomplished. We have it in the budget. We're probably somewhere around, well, I'm going to be less than what we thought it was going to be. I'll get that back to you later. It'll probably come in at 50 or just a little under 50,000, not as high as we were thinking for the control panel and everything else. But that'll be to repipe the recharge well that's next to Centennial directly into the line like we started trying to get done last year. Put it in the budget and everything, and I think it's going to come in right about 50. And we're trying to get that all finalized and done. We'll get that all to you here pretty quick. That's all. That's all I can think of. Several members of Milliken, Mayor Pro Tem Austin, Trustee Wakeman, and myself went to the school board meeting that was held at Letford Elementary School in Johnstown last night, and they're looking at coming up with another bond issue for this year. They were looking for suggestions on how to be more successful at doing that. And it was a 3-hour meeting, and they basically told us about the things that they were trying to get done last year, and there was no real discussion. They weren't looking for any input at this meeting. The next meeting, they're going to share with us what they want to do for the next year, and one of the ladies from Johnstown said, where does the discussion part come into play? And they said after they tell us what they want, they'll open it up for discussion. So that's it.
You guys have any questions for him before we move on?
I do. So would it be beneficial for the board, town board, to meet with the ditch board at that meeting that you're having, or not?
I'm just shareholders, not the board.
Oh,
Leonard asked me about that, and we talked it over a little bit, and we thought that this meeting, discussing the concept of doing a reservoir is probably the prime thing, and see if we can get a consensus from the shareholders. And if we come up with a plan, then it would be probably beneficial, or at least have them come into the board meeting and talk about it in more detail, or have Leonard present a program to you in more detail. But this is going to be kind of a free-for-all meeting, you know, a lot of information shared back and forth, and it'd be best to just kind of have Leonard and the Army Corps of Engineer or our water attorney just discuss the possibilities with the ditch people so that they can get all their answers that they want.
Anything? No? Any more
Does that
questions?
answer your question? Okay.
No, that's it for the town administrator's report. Thank you. There's nothing on the consent agenda, action agenda, discussion. We have informational, that's the police report.
I do have, the town clerk would like to address the board on a quick issue.
Yes, if I could really quick. This afternoon, I received an email from Cameron Steele. He's one of the candidates that is running for a trustee position in April's election. He has withdrawn from running, and so I spoke to him shortly. The reason he gave is due to personal issues at this time. The ballots have already been printed, unfortunately, so his name will appear, but I've already informed the Johnstown Breeze that he is no longer running, and I'll get the information out there as best I can. So, just wanted to inform you all.
How many are running?
There are 5 now running for trustee.
What was his name again? Cameron?
Cameron Steele, yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, other than that, there's nothing else on the agenda except for the executive session. And at that time, what?
I move to go into an executive session pursuant to CRS 24-6-402, subsection 4E, for determining positions relative to matters that may be subject to negotiations, specifically contract negotiations, and instructing negotiators.
That was quick.
I'm going to recommend that we describe the specific purpose of the contract negotiations, either the individual involved or the nature of the expertise.
For project manager,
Thank you.
amended.
Do I have a second?
Second. Sorry.
Town clerk, call for a roll vote.
Yes, sir. Trustee Smith,
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman,
Yes.
Trustee Ehrlich,
Yes.
Trustee Trailer,
Yes.
Trustee Burek,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Austin,
Yes.
Mayor Woodcock.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Who's in the executive session?
You keep with the board, and then town clerk and town administrator and legal.
Bless you.
And would you want the town clerk to remain or vacate?
Remain.
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 Remain?
Yeah.
Okay.